Modding Skyrim with Vortex, Part 20, Flora Additions, Water Plants, Reimagined Mountain Flowers, and Animated Ivy.
Well, it's Cupshot in here, back with another episode of Modifying Skyrim with Vortex. Today we're going to do 3 little plant mods, and then we will be all done with landscapes. Next episode is going to be lighting. That'll be a pleasant change. We left off setting up a profile for Skyland All-in-One and Bits and Bobs. Our profile is active, and we can see that the mods are all enabled. We are going to download 3 plant mods right off without stopping. You've seen me do this several times. I think we can move a little quicker now. Let's go back to Nexus, log in, and select Skyrim as our game, like we always do. Search for Flora Additions. A bunch of them come up by Swinier. There are a lot of floral mods, and many require other landscape mods to work, or aren't compatible with other mods. Make sure you get this one. I want the water plant one. It adds water lilies and duckweed to select water areas. Feel free to try the others if you wish. I find them to be a bit much since I already have the Vedagalt grass and trees. The Vedagalt and realistic water is pretty bare though, and the water flowers fill it in nicely. Go to the download page and click on Requirements. It says we need the base object swapper. That's fine. The BOS is a common modding utility. It's used by a lot of mods, so we may as well get it now. Click on the link and go to its download page. When we look at its requirements, we can see that in addition to the address library, which we already have, there's something called the Power of 3 tweaks. This is another common utility. Click on its link. It says it's a collection of engine bug fixes and tweaks. This too is a common background mod used by many other mods. Might as well get it now. It only requires the address library, which we already have, of course. So we download it and it installs just fine. Remember to choose your version of Skyrim. And there it is in our mod list. Now we can go back to Nexus and download the base object swapper. We're all set now with our requirements. Select your version of Skyrim. Now it downloads and installs quickly, and again you can see it here. We can go back to Nexus and get the Flora additions for water plants now. The install will work fine now that we have the 2 utility mods installed. You could download them in any order, but this way requires the least amount of work. We don't have to sort out the deploy order. There are options available. If you like a lot of water lilies, choose dense. I'll get the randomized colors and add the insects. The install goes quickly And that's our first mod done. Go back to Nexus and search for Reimagined Mountain Flowers. There are a lot of mountain flower mods, and they are not all compatible with everything. Make sure that you get the one by this fellow, with the creative name. It does have requirements, but they are not that big of a deal. The backported extended ESL support, or BEES, is for older versions of Skyrim. Only download it if you need it. We have just downloaded the base object swapper, so we don't have to do that again. And the Seasons of Skyrim is optional. It's a nice mod, but we haven't got it. Since it's an option, it's not a problem. The description says that this mod replaces the blue, purple, red, and yellow mountain flowers with blue lupine, periwinkle, poppy, and dandelion. Now we can download the mod. Load all the files. Select 1K if you need to. I don't have Seasonal Alchemy. That mod only allows plants to grow in certain seasons. That's a bit too much immersion for me. That was quickly done. Now let's get the ivy. Search for it. And here it is, by Marcus Cartoonin 1. Now, it has requirements, but we have a bit of luck here. We already have the base object swapper. And we don't need the High Poly project or the Norse stone walls. That's too much work for a beginner mod. So we can simply download the ivy. When it's done, we have some choices. I select the farmhouse and the stone wall ivy, as I have the base object swapper mod. And again, I can choose the farmhouse ivy with the base object swapper. I will select the vanilla stone walls, as I haven't set up a Nordic wall mod. It's done installing, and I can see it here. Now I can deploy the mods and start a fresh game of Skyrim and look at my results. I'm standing up at Dragonreach, and you can see in the pools are the Waterlilies. Walking through Whiterun, we can see the wildflowers scattered throughout the whole town. We can see from the platform that the Vedagol grass is still there, and you can see with it the mountain flowers. The two mods work very nicely together. As I walk along the road, you can see the wildflowers scattered in the grass. I find Skyrim to be a rather dreary place sometimes, and the wildflowers brighten up the countryside. I think it's very fitting. I think it's immersive to have wildflowers in the grass. This is a very nice little set, right here. I'm going to skip on ahead to Riverwood, where we can see some more water lilies. Here are some more water lilies, this time in the river. And some over here as well. Here's some of the animated ivy. You can see it moving if you look close. It's not a windy day. This is a little better on the wall here. And a final, closer look at the lily pads. The butterflies interact nicely with it. Well, that's the water lilies, the ivy, and the mountain flowers. We're done with the landscapes, and in my next video, we're going to look and see how far we've come.